Hello, good afternoon, good evening all to the second episode of the Squirtle Squadcast. I am the other host, XPL, otherwise known as Scott, and with me today is Nick, Majorasfan.
Hello there.
And our regular panelists, Marissa, she is marissachu.
Hi.
Will.
Hi.
Our resident admin, Zachgoose.
Why, hello there.
Our very special Canadian, Trainers 14.
Hi.
And our special guest for this evening, Skye Minntul.
Hey.
So that's our special squad crack team for today, and we're going to have a fun discussion. So I hear that you have a story for us today, Scott.
Story? Oh, yes. Good story. So, last Tuesday, I went out to the opticians to get my eye test done. First time in about 3 years or so. Mm-hmm. So I have concentration glasses because I spent all of my life in front of a computer screen, like everyone else in the world. And so I went in there, and they have this nice, lovely Arab chap, and he's nice and friendly. His name's Mo, by the way. He gets that little, he starts pointing eyes and the lights in my eyes and stuff like that. I actually found out on that day that I had undiagnosed astigmatism in my right eye, which is why I was getting lots of headaches and routinely fatigued when reading or on my computer. So now I got these trendy Asian spec glasses made out of plastic, which is totally FA. So I'll have to show someone a picture of them.
Gotta send the selfies, man.
Gotta get the selfie game out there. So anyway, I spent for the last 2 months without my glasses, and to be honest, I didn't really feel that much. But now that, as soon as I put them on now, all the time, everything is just so much clearer. It's oh my god, is this how normal people see? Words were just blurry for no apparent reason. I just thought that's how the world was. But I don't know if anyone else here actually has routine glasses. I know Marissa.
Yeah, I can't. I know that when Thanks. When I first got glasses, I know that, yeah, it was definitely one of those things where it was wait, people can see? This, there is a world that is not slightly blurry all the time. So that's cool that you actually can use your eyes effectively. Because, man, it sucks not being able to see very well.
My right eye is actually weak, and my left eye is actually perfect. So it's really funny, because...
Oh my god, get a monocle!
I could, it would look great. But yeah, because if I cover my left eye, everything is sort of blurry, and I can't read stuff too well. But when I cover my right eye, everything's fine, and because of my left eye. And when I don't cover any eyes, I see things from the left eye better anyway. So, I actually tried to get glasses once, and it made it, harder. When I wasn't wearing the glasses, things got blurrier. It was really weird. So, I guess it's because my eyes were trying to adjust to the focal lens or something. I don't know. But, I didn't like that, so I just didn't wear the glasses again. And here I am about 7 years later or something like that. So, I'm sure it's fine.
Well, I have 20/20 vision, and I'm on the computer 16 hours a day, bitches.
Wow.
Oh. Yeah, I'm in the same category as the resident Zachgoose.
I had to get glasses when I was 7 years old, and then I never wore them, and I think it was last year I got new glasses, and I've been wearing them since. Most of the time, anyway.
Did anyone here ever consider doing contacts or whatnot?
To be honest, I think I look terrible without glasses, so I prefer to wear them. It's a style choice. It's gotta
I can't
frame
believe
the
how
eyes.
expensive they are. Fashion prescription glasses, you got
Yeah, holler at insurance covers new frames every 2 years up to $150. Hello.
oh my god, guys, I got my Ray-Ban Wayfarer prescription.
Huge hipster glasses.
Those the B.O.B. glasses.
They're like windshields.
Yeah. Aviators.
You don't want to get any bugs in your eyes, so you gotta have big glasses.
It's true.
It just scares me when I watch someone put a contact lens in her eye. It's just so creepy.
Yeah, actually that was because my right eye's weak. I was actually gonna get just one contact, and I couldn't put
Singular.
contacts in my eyes. It just didn't work. So I just I didn't. That's why I got glasses.
I'll save you so much money, though.
Yeah.
You get
So a monocle.
That
I
would
really
be
think that you would look quite dapper with the monocle. I think.
buy a top hat, wear my suit, wear it to
Yeah, just go the whole 9 yards.
Yeah. Well, hey, maybe I'll get like a nice job opportunity, and they'll be like, "By George, were you planning to work for like J&J Morgan?" And I'm like, "Yes, I was going in for my job interview." Well, yeah, eye troubles are not fun. I actually remember because of my right eye, like, it's just my right eye, and I was going to take, like, a learner's driver's license test or something like that. And I was looking through it because, you know, they test both your eyes, and I saw all of them except this one line. I just didn't see it because of my right eye, and that's what it's designed to do. So then the guy was a bad tester, I guess, because I thought I read them all, and then I looked up, and then he was like, "And the last line?" And I looked back down, and I didn't see it, and I was like, "Oh." And I cheated, and I shifted, like, my left eye in a certain way. So
You're gonna have your driver's license revoked by the state of West Virginia, Nick.
Implying I have one. But yeah, I'm much like Goku. I'm afraid of needles, and I can't drive, so it's fine.
Same.
But anywho, so I guess today, then, we will move on to our first topic of discussion. One of the biggest things that popped up recently, and one of the things that downed me, is the death of Leonard Nimoy. I know I'm pretty sad about that. I heard about it the other day, and yeah, that was just horrible because as a kid I watched a lot of Star Trek. My mom brought me up on it, and so it was a really good influence, I think. It was a fun show, a great show, and I enjoyed it. And him as a person, he's just a great guy, and I followed him on Twitter, and he said great things, like, if anyone needs, like, has trouble in, like, your homes and you need an honorary grandfather, just let me know. And I was like, what a good guy. But and yeah, so does anyone else have any thing about that they'd like to talk about or share? Not to be Debbie Downer, but
I think this death was very impactful on me.
go
Like,
ahead.
it's probably the death that's affected me the most since, like, Michael Jackson died. And that's, like, 5 or so years ago. I just miss, everything that he did. Like, his Star Trek, obviously, but even things that I experienced on a daily basis, like his Civilization quotes.
yeah.
Will be missed. I really like his final tweet. It was, life is like a garden. Perfect moments can be had, but not preserved, except in memory. Live long and prosper.
Yeah.
And so it sounds like he knew his time was coming.
That's true, and it was really, it's sad to think about, but it's nice that, if he did know, then that's nice that he was able to make peace and whatnot, so, but it seemed that he did live long, and he did live well, prosper.
And he did prosper.
So, yes, he did. So, but yeah, it's true. I even play Civ 5 with a mod that lets me hear Leonard Nimoy's quotes, so now I'm going to get a bit sad whenever I play with that now, and, but, yeah, it's quite the sad passing.
Yeah, I definitely, I saw, it was one of those things where since now we're all hooked up to social media, I was looking at my Twitter before I was gonna go to my class, and I saw the news, and it was just, I don't know, it was just so heartbreaking because, like, Leonard Nimoy, one, like, as we were saying, he's such a great person, but similar to other people here, like, he just was such, like, a big, like, one of those people who was like, man, that guy is just so cool. My parents watched Star Trek growing up, and they, like, I never got into it as much as they did, but it was always one of those things where they were, like, this was something that was very important to us, and, like, we really think this is really cool. And so, like, I remember watching the old series and not really appreciating it, and then kind of seeing it later on and being like, you know what, I kind of dig this, and seeing him on Futurama and The Simpsons and stuff, and just being like, man, this guy's just awesome. And so it's just, like, I don't know, it's sort of similar to how I felt about Robin Williams.
Yeah.
It was just, like, it was just really hard to hear, but he did live long. And he did a lot of great things. So, you know what? Like, that's just kind of what I've been telling myself, I guess.
Well, he was 83, which was
Yeah,
They live a
exactly.
long, good life. For me, my mom is a massive sci-fi nerd, so I grew up on Star Wars and Star Trek, and I've barely watched any other series, but the one that I did watch was the original generation, and Spock was always my favorite character. So I have a very strong tie to Spock. He was one of my favorite characters growing up, and I watched Fringe, which Nimoy was in a lot as a guest star, and he was really good on that
show?
too. Yeah,
I did not know that.
yeah, and he was sort of like a scientist guy, sort of like Spock, but not really. And he was great in everything he did, and I think what strikes me the most is because not only because I really liked him and really cared about him, but I loved Michael Jackson, but he was very controversial in a lot of ways. But Leonard Nimoy is like a truly beloved American icon, and so it's really, I think, sad, but a good sad, that he passed away, but had a wonderful life and impacted a lot of people.
Well, regardless of the sad news, we do have more interesting, things that also come up that may be a bit cheerier. I know for a few people, especially had a lot of experiences with this. New details about RuneScape. Can you guys talk about that one?
Oh boy. I honestly, like, if you're male and you was between the ages of 8 and 12 back in like 2006 to 9, and you didn't play RuneScape, what were you doing with your life?
It was earlier than 2006, wasn't it?
Yeah, but like, I would have made me.
Like, I played back like 2003 or 4.
Dude, I was out making friends.
You never played RuneScape?
Nope.
Wow, you missed out. You missed
How
out.
many
I
of
know
those
about
friends
RuneScape.
are still here today?
The epic Slayer meme with the gnome child.
I mean, like they, at the time, like 2003 to 2007, it was the game to play. Like, if you didn't have your mum's credit card to get a WoW subscription, you were playing RuneScape free to play, and you would say, "Meet me at Lumbridge Cows."
Meet me Northeast Varrock Bank.
Northeast Varrock Bank, and then you go to the party dropout. I don't know. It was a really good game back then, and then over the last 6 years, it's got really, 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 really bad, and it's done some really stupid things. And then you've got stuff like Guild Wars, and WoW's got like 4 more expansions. League of Legends is on the scene. All these other games which are just so much better and free. And meanwhile, RuneScape's played in the browser on Java of all things. And so, they re-released the old school, like 2007 build to try and get all those, 20-year-old college students back into it, and then now it's out for free. So, but you think about it really, and it's like it's desperation, really. I mean, yeah, sure, it's fun, but like it's not really a good game.
It is dated. I mean, like, no download, it's just on Java. That's the huge turnoff for a lot of people nowadays, too. But I do understand it is free to play now, so maybe that reflects that, perhaps, that, like, it's just lost a lot of interest, so they're like, let's make it free.
I mean,
Is there...
Go on.
Sorry. Oh, I was just going to ask if there's, like, a new RuneScape, because you guys keep talking about old RuneScape. So... like, did they update it, and now they're like, here, have the original one?
Well, they updated it, and it kind of failed as an update. Like, they removed a lot of features, like being able to PvP in the wilderness and stuff, and they added a bunch of new, less appealing features. So, I mean, they kind of seriously backpedaled and said, here's 2007 RuneScape.
I was just going to ask, a lot of people... are into Warcraft, and I've played plus a lot of us have played Warcraft here, but so could any of you guys who played it, for people who dated out of it or are a little bit too young that have played it, what makes RuneScape different from World of Warcraft or something like that?
It's not as expansive.
I thought you said
how appealing.
Oh, that's yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, Okay, never mind. Sorry.
Do you mean like not as expansive, like it's easier to get into, or
It's easy to get into, and it was easy to run. You know, like I could play it on my web browser, even though I had an extremely bad computer. Like, you know, I could play RuneScape perfectly, and when I got Guild Wars 1 on that computer, I literally had to, like, wait a day just to load a new map. It was that bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, RuneScape was simple. It was, you know, everywhere. It was easy to access and play.
I think like one like couple big differences. Like I haven't played much Warcraft, but there's like no real raiding. There's just quests, and there's like no guilds or stuff. So you felt a lot more independent in RuneScape than you did compared to Warcraft.
It's fair. Warcraft's more of a team-based game.
Yeah, from like what I've heard
just
about
hop
it from
on
you
and
guys.
do and then hop off.
Yeah, and yeah, RuneScape was just basically a grind fest, to be honest. So it didn't have much appeal to it. It's just like you'd sit there for 3 hours fishing for lobsters, hoping you don't burn them.
Now, I mean, you think about it, right? You read a RuneScape guide back in the day, and it says, with this method, you could get 650,000 mining experience in an hour. And you just think about it, you're just clicking rocks for an hour. I mean,
yeah, it's
the same
bad.
thing.
No, I mean, that has its own charm in some way. Like the Harvest Moon series, I mean, realistically, those are just like, whatever, get up, feed cows, cut wheat down, water
fall in
plants.
love. Excuse me?
That's exactly
Farming,
what farming.
Well, I mean, you want to talk about the appeal of farming. I mean, even look at the mainstream success of games like Farmville. I mean, we made... yeah, I know, we all think it's stupid, and it is, but, I mean, it's made millions of dollars. If I was the creator of Farmville, I would proudly tote about how Farmville's a wonderful game if I was making billions of dollars off of it, I'll tell you what.
I think you can see with RuneScape sort of being the original sort of, from what you guys said, world where you just sort of like chill out and do something tedious, and I think that formula still captivates people today because, I mean, look at one of the most successful games of all time, Minecraft, is basically just that, especially if you play vanilla. It's just a literal grind fest to get building materials to build something.
That's true.
You know? It's I think that tedious grind fest is appealing to people, and that's why so many people play RPGs or MMOs, especially now, to do that kind of thing. So I think RuneScape, from what I remember, was pretty important in sort of leading that charge.
I do think so, yeah. It was a lot of their first experiences.
And RPGs, most people just like the feeling of getting stronger.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's cool that you don't have to, like, just have one character that's the same strength, and so you don't fight the same things. It's like, you have to keep fighting other things to get more powerful, and you can see that if you go back to an early level. Like, oh, I'll fight these enemies and knock them out with one hit. But if you go to a really hard level, you can't touch them, so you see progress a lot more than, like, in a normal action game where it's just fighting stuff over and over.
Yeah, I mean, I just remember going to Edgehill Dungeon and some stupid fuckers kept stealing my big giants, my big bones. like going outside
to get out your prayer.
Yeah, you know, you're at level 5, right? And you're trying to kill cows, and there's just like all these other guys just running around killing the cows.
Do you know what I did? No, do you know what I did to get my prayer? I went into the wilderness, and there's this place with like 30 bones.
Yeah, there's like a destroyed church or something in the wilderness that had like 30 bones in it. Yeah, I'd spend hours burying things.
Yeah, I did that once, and just like these guys started attacking me, and just ended up killing them both, and they like got mad.
My favorite part about the RuneScape social thing, you know, it's a grinding game. All you're doing is just repeating muscle memory, but you'd be always standing outside and a drainer village doing willow trees, chopping down trees, and there's like 6 or 7 of them. You're just running around, and then you just type in chat, woodcutting levels. And everyone just types in numbers.
Yeah, you always lied about your actual level. When it's like, you say it's 60 when it's actually 40.
The bluff game.
No, but yeah, I think the biggest appeal to RuneScape was just like playing it with your friends. Because like if my friends weren't in it, I would have not played it by myself.
I mean, some certain games, like League for example, can be pretty tedious on its own, but it's still mixes it up a little bit. But I just can't imagine sat there. You know, you haven't got a friends list to keep. private messaging into. You just sat there playing it for the plot.
Yeah, I don't know.
The plot.
The plot.
The gripping plot, like of the Dragon Slayer quest.
That was such a good quest.
Yeah, it took like so much time too. It's like you have to like go literally everywhere.
I didn't play RuneScape, but I had one of my best friends played RuneScape, and I didn't know this until way after, so it wasn't like I was going to join her or anything. But she was talking to me about it, and she was like, yeah, I remember I loved RuneScape. I had like my first boyfriend on RuneScape, and like all these boys would give me things on RuneScape, and I was just like, oh my god, like I just can't even. It's just like...
That's never happened before.
Yeah, I never had that experience. I mean,
I have, but I made a girl character once.
I remember, like, did you go on with Dawn of Lucaria or whatever?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the only time I ever did that. We just like, we had a contest, you could pick up more girls, and I won. And then he got mad at me and said I'd never get a girlfriend.
Dawn of Lucaria.
It's funny because it's true.
I know my one experience with RuneScape personally. I know a lot of people who played it, but my one experience is I started the game and I was like, oh, this doesn't seem so bad. And then I got really excited, so I decided to start attacking stuff, and I killed all these things. And I was like, oh, great, I'm leveling up. Then I saw this farmer, and I was like, I bet he's a loser. And then I went to attack him, and I I died. I was slaughtered. The farmer killed me. I lost my character, and I was like, well, this isn't very entertaining anymore, and so I dropped the game. So
Damn, that farmer chunks.
Was it like the level 7 farmer?
It is. And I was like level 5. And he had a pitchfork. That pitchfork hurts. But
well, it's good that they nipped you in the bud early instead of sapping your life away.
Yeah, that farmer weeded me out, so to speak, I guess. But,
that farmer saved you like a lot of hours of your life.
Yeah, I got to spend it on other BS. So. Speaking of other games and other things that are like this with the RPG system, I know a lot of interesting games are coming out or have come out recently. First one I wanted to talk about was, I know you mentioned this before, Jasem, there's a new Terraria coming out, is that correct?
Yeah, it was just like a teaser trailer of a new expansion, and like it looked pretty good. I saw on like one of the subreddits a while back. We could probably like pull up the trailer and watch it if we want to.
Probably.
It's like a minute long or something.
Yeah, I remember I saw it before. It looked cool. It's like reverse Terraria, if I'm not mistaken. Like, you uncorrupt a world instead of corrupting it.
Well, you corrupt it.
I think it's not an expansion, like it's a separate thing.
Yeah, I think it's a completely new game. It's just like a
whole new game,
2, so to speak.
I think was it the Kotaku headline was like a new Terraria game, but it's not Terraria 2, but it's not an expansion. It's a separate. I don't know. You know, it's not an expansion.
According to the description, it's an alternate dimension within the Terraria universe. So
that's not very helpful at all.
Yeah.
So is it canon? Oh wow, everyone's found it.
In the plot.
Is it canon?
Canon Terraria plot. But
yeah, is the guide in it? Is he canon in this game?
Yeah, it looks like you just start off in a corrupted world.
Yeah, which
like
is
Scott
interesting.
Said.
But I like corrupting worlds, not making it uncorrupt. Like
Ian.
Yeah, it's time to reveal the story to the masses, I guess.
Oh.
So, back on, I don't know if you all are aware, or if you remember, or if people listening know, but we did a stream, Ian, as in Super Skarmory himself, did a lot of videos with Terraria. He uploaded them to YouTube, right? Not to Twitch?
I think they're gone now, but yeah.
Wow, well then good.
Well, they might not.
The memory will stay alive in this podcast.
We did a world, destroyed.
And who all was in this world? I don't remember. It was like a lot of people. It was like.
Let's see. It was Nick, Will, and Marissa. You guys were in it, right?
Yeah.
And Grove was there, and Mega, and Colette.
Yeah, we all had this world, and Ian was like, "Let's make this world, guys," and I was like, "Okay." And so
let's make this world, guys.
so we did, and I remember one of my happiest moments is I decided to go onto Terraria Viewer, and I gave myself like a bunch of unholy water, and I just like poured it over on the left side of the world, and then I hopped back, and like 10 minutes passed or so, and then Growth was like, "Oh my gosh, guys, there's a huge amount of corruption here and it's spreading!" And I was like, "Oh no, what? How is that happening?" And Ian was flipping out. And so I just played dumb really hard. And then Growth was like, "Alright, we have to hack in some stuff to get rid of it." So we did that. Then I forgot I had mined like the Ebonstone brick, so I used that to make a sky bridge, and then I inadvertently created a second batch of corruption. So then that one I blamed on myself openly. And then he got rid of it, then I used the rest of my unholy water to make it more and corrupt like parts of Ian's base underneath so it creeped up. And then he was like, "No, this isn't happening." So I kept doing that. I just like destroyed everything and it was great. And then I lived in my sky house until the end of time. So it was fun. It was historic. I'll never
Good
forget.
times.
God bless Dungeon Master Iams. God bless.
Yeah, and I believe I managed to completely avoid detection for a while. He was like, "Who did this?" And I was like, "Oh, it must have been like Mega, I guess." I don't know.
You should have framed Xeon, to be honest.
Yeah, I think we might have. I don't remember.
Because Xeon would definitely be a great scapegoat.
Yeah.
Wasn't like Ian's Terraria like a completely like communist experience? Like
Yeah.
if someone got an item, they had to give it to someone else. Except he got all the items on his own first.
Yeah, you're
And you
right.
got to
It's
pick and
literally
choose.
Had to
Soviet
get all
Russian.
the mage items.
Yeah,
Let's
they
be
were like
specific.
8 players, and he was like, "I'm the only one that can be the mage."
Yeah, it's like
All
the
one
Soviet
scared
Union.
of me.
It's a communist society where you redistribute wealth, except the Politburo gets more. So.
It was like that time when we played a large map and everyone was running around with like 2 heart crystals and 140 health, and then John comes back after 20 minutes at like 360, and we're just like, what
I
the hell?
remember that too. And then like the goblin army spawned, and we were like, "Wait, no."
Yeah, he had too much HP, so he spawned all the bosses, and we were there with like our bronze short swords. Like, what do we do now?
Good
And we
times.
fought them off like real men
Yeah.
and women, I guess.
Okay.
I guess.
So I guess, but yeah. So that would be fun. I know another game. This one has already released recently, and I bought it. I think I'm the only one here that bought it. Is Dragon Ball Xenoverse. Don't know how many of you out there have watched DBZ as kids and whatnot. I know a lot of the panel here has. But I was really worried because I looked at it and it looked great. The plot looked fun, but I was worried because it seemed like it was going to follow along the footsteps of the last game that was made, Battle of Z. And if you know anything about Dragon Ball games, they're really hit or really miss. Like,
Mostly miss.
yeah, like one of my friends got Ultimate Tenkaichi, and I play that. I remember it was one of the worst games I've played in my life because you could just mash X and they could not break out of your combo string except unless you did a rock, paper, scissors style breakout thing. And if you failed that, you could just keep an infinite combo. And yeah, that was really stupid. But then stuff like Raging Blast and Budokai Tenkaichi was fun. And this actually harkens back to those. It's a really fun combat system. Shameless plug. It's the MMO style, so it's like RPG elements. But I think it makes it kind of cool because that way you don't just wreck all the enemies if you're good at the game. Like, the difficulty does spike a lot. So, like, I was fighting the Saiyans in the Saiyan Saga without too much trouble. But then I got to, like, the Frieza Saga, and Frieza destroyed me, and I had to, like, level up. And same with Cell and stuff. And it's been pretty fun so far. So, I don't know. I'm the only one that's got that. So, anyone else have any thoughts on that one?
Will?
Looks at Will.
I don't have £40 to drop on this game, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's expensive. I mean, yeah, if it goes on sale sometime, maybe Steam Summer Sale or something, we'll see. But, like, yeah, it's good. I'm surprised I spent $50 on it. So maybe that's partly of it talking. Like, it's great. It's definitely worth $50. I'm sure, really. So, but
I think I'm gonna get it too, like for my birthday on Wednesday.
yeah.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday.
On Wednesday.
Yeah.
On Wednesday.
Yay! Oh, I remember like the last Dragon Ball game I played. It was for the PlayStation 1. It was like Final Bout or something. I used to play that with my brother all the time because he was a huge Dragon Ball Z fan.
Yeah.
I think I should like buy Xenoverse and introduce him to it because he seemed like he'd be really into it, even though he doesn't play video games.
Yeah, the best thing about it is they do a lot of good stuff for the fans. Like, it's really fun plot-wise, and you get to go through all the stuff, and they do a good job on it, so...
Yeah, I love games you could, like, make your own character and then just, like, experience it.
Yeah, and they don't try to take things away by saying stuff like, oh, well, your character's better. Because, like, I'll tell you what, when I was fighting Frieza, I did nothing useful. Goku did everything. But I got to help out. I fought, like, Captain Ginyu. It was great. So, but, nah, I recommend it to anyone who's interested in the DBZ series. And if you don't have the dosh to spend, then when it comes on sale, I'd say it's a good time. But... Yeah, it's fun. Are there any other games that I'm unaware of that are similar to that or coming out that anyone's excited for? Those are the ones that I thought of, but there might be more that I'm just missing.
Hotline Miami 2 is coming out.
Ooh, that's true. Yeah, it's supposed to be
I'm
like
looking
the
forward to
final
that.
hit, right?
I think so, yeah.
So that'll be neat. I know that the first one was really good. If the soundtrack's anywhere near as good as the first one, then I'll be happy.
Yeah, I pre-ordered it.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I might do the same.
There's a off-world trading company. I know Scott's been playing that a lot.
I've seen videos of this. It seems so, I don't know, it appeals to me so much, and yet
It's
at the
such
same
a
time...
Skye game.
What is
I
it?
got-
That's so true.
You
I gotta
just buy
tell
people
story.
out.
It's
Yeah,
by the
it's-
Civ people, right? Or the
it's,
Civ 4 people?
Yeah, the lead designer of Civ 4 left and started his own company, and he's the lead designer of this game. And it's basically an economic RTS set on Mars. How does that
So
work
cool.
exactly? You basically harvest resources on Mars, and you sell them to make money. And what do you do with the money? You have to buy out everyone else's company. And it's an 8-player game, basically.
That
And,
sounds
oh my
fun.
God. You would think in a game where there's no military, no hostile, no like attacking, destroying. It's so much fun because you got an economic market, you got a black market, and I kid you not, right? The buff which you buy to protect your stuff is called the Goon Squad. I'm not even kidding. It's called the Goon Squad.
Wow.
Oh my god.
So you protect your glass
So-
furnace.
Jasem,
And,
you should get this game and be Lawrence.
Yeah, I know. I really want it. It's like once I have money, I'm gonna get that game for sure.
How much is it?
It's
$26 right now.
How much?
$26 on Steam.
That's not bad.
Keep in
Yeah.
mind, though, it's very early access, or very,
Yeah, it's-
very early in development.
It's still beta. It's like been out for like 2 or 3 weeks at this point.
Okay.
It's polished though, but yeah.
It looks
the
good.
best thing about it is just having doing stupid stuff like crashing markets just to stockpile like all the
Oh my
money,
god.
or like
It sounds exciting.
You can send pirates after people, too. I think
When-
that's crazy.
when the six player pack comes out, that's what I'm getting. It's the game
Oh my
to play
God.
next year.
I'm still wary of like getting it though because, early access games.
Mm.
And we all know what happened to Starbound.
That's my cue.
Yep. Per Zach, he spent like $1 gazillion on that for everyone and it just like died.
What
What,
game?
Starbound?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought a 4-pack of Starbound for everyone, and we played it for like 5 hours.
Hey, speaking of Starbound, I heard that they released like a bunch, like the first batch of things they promised to.
Yeah, like I've heard that it's actually like a good game now, like sort of on par with Terraria. Is that they've added like hundreds of new items, they added a completely new race, they improved AI, they added new worlds, just a ton of different stuff, which I mean it's good because, the game had been out for nearly a year and fans sort of had lost hope on the game since it hadn't updated, but no, they've shown that they're still
I
working on the
think
game.
that their biggest mistake was, given the program now, Starbound should have stayed in early access because then people would be more forgiving. I think it was a great base game. Like, they did a lot, like just the starship thing and going to different planets was cool on its own.
But it wasn't complete.
No, it just felt like you're going from barren planet to planet doing very basic things, and then sort of going from there. But if it keeps getting a couple of updates, I think it'd be really worth checking out again.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I know there was a lot of buzz when it first came out, and then I heard nothing else about it. So I was like, well, okay. But...
And another game I feel sort of in the same boat that's relevant right now is H1Z1. For those of you that don't know, it's sort of like a zombie survival game, but it's more sort of like Minecraft-esque with the crafting and stuff like that. And yeah, I was very interested in the game just because it's like extremely popular on Twitch and stuff. And I did end up getting it. It is in early access right now, and it definitely is like a very rough early access. Like they literally patch the game every day, adding tons of new content, and that is something that's good to see though. Like that they're actively working on the game compared to the Chucklefish's Starbound, where they just kind of like disappeared for a year without doing anything or showing us any progress.
Goodness, that's true. On the topic of games, I know the whole Club Nintendo thing is shutting down soon. What's everyone's opinions on that?
Wait, what's Club Nintendo?
Yeah, did anybody here actually do Club Nintendo? Which is a serious question because I always thought Club Nintendo was cool, but I never registered any of my games. Like, I have so many Nintendo games, have not registered a single one. Like, I just never was on top of it. And so I remember hearing about it and just being like, well, like, I could do this, but I'm also incredibly lazy. So
to explain it to those who don't know, and Jasem, Club Nintendo is a system where like you have codes that are like in the pamphlets on the games that you buy, and you can register them online, and you can get like coins and whatnot, and you can buy things with those coins, like certain games or collector's items. And if you have a certain amount of coins at the end of the year, you get gold, platinum, silver stars, these sort of things, and you can get different rewards depending on that. And Club Nintendo is finally shutting down. They're replacing it with a different system, but that I'm not sure of the details on myself. But that's basically the details on that. And yeah, I know some of my friends actually got a lot of stuff because they bought a Wii U and Smash 4 this year. I never get enough games from Nintendo in the certain period to really get much of anything useful. Like, I get like a game here and there nowadays, but I'm so stingy I don't buy much, and by the time I buy something else, it's after the period's done, usually.
Yeah.
But,
is there like a certain period you have to register it?
No, but like if you register and then like you don't get enough to get a game, your coins disappear by the next cycle.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
And I think new games are worth more coins, and it goes down.
Yeah, so that's what happens usually. Is I get a lot of stuff, but then I don't get enough to get anything, and then they disappear, and so it just cycles. But I know my friends got like 600 or 800 coins, so they for this cycle, and it's the last one. And I know they got like Earthbound and a few other neat things. So
Hey.
yeah, like he told me he was getting Earthbound. I was like, good, do that.
Oh.
So
Shout out to Earthbound.
yeah.
I'm not sure if Scott's on the same boat with me here, but the UK version of Club Nintendo was nothing special. I don't think that one's shutting down either.
Oh, really?
Like, I'm not sure if do the coins you use on the US version, did they like expire after a certain amount of time?
Sure do.
Well, because like I've been trying to like over here we have a Stars catalog, which is basically just the coins, but one day I just like logged on to it after a few years of like actually buying a new Nintendo game, and I found out that all my stars I'd been saving up like expired.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, thank you. Thanks, Nintendo.
Yeah, thanks, Nintendo. Yeah, I felt the same way, because, like, I'd buy this stuff, and I'm like, oh, great, I can save up and get something really cool, and no, I wouldn't, so I just got salty,
But I mean, it is closing soon, so if any listeners out there do have, like, spare games lying around, I think it's definitely worth investing in and trying to get whatever. They have a ton of cool prizes that you can get, like, I mean, they have stuff like, notebooks, but they say the estimated delivery time is like 3 to 6 months, and I don't want to wait half a year just to get a notebook with Bowser on it or a Mario calendar or whatever.
Bowser.
Oh my god, get a calendar in like late October or something.
Yeah, the calendar is irrelevant, but we do have like some digital game downloads. They're actually very good deals. Like we can get Kid Icarus Uprising and Star Fox 3D and a couple of good 3DS games like that. And not very many Club Nintendo points, so I definitely recommend getting those if you can.
How much is Kid Icarus?
Uprising, I think 600 coins?
Yeah, which is like registering 10 or 11 Nintendo games, I think.
Okay. Yeah, so if you have any spare games, now's the time to register them, everyone, before the end of March, I think is when it shuts down, so a whole month.
How do you register them, just for everyone?
Just for I'm
asking for a friend.
Totally not. For everyone else, wink.
When you open up the game case where the instruction manual and stuff is, usually it's on the instruction manual somewhere, like on the back or something. They have a code on it, a printed code with like ZXQ, like numbers and letters and stuff. And just go on Club Nintendo, put that in, and there you go.
Does it have to be on the manual?
Sometimes it's on a separate sheet. Depends on when the game was made. I think newer ones have it on a separate sheet. That's usually how it is for me. Like, honestly, I might have my Smash 3DS case here, and if I do, I might still have that there. I'm not sure. No, wait, I know, because I let one of my friends use it, because, he had Smash for the Wii U. I had Smash for 3DS, so we worked together. I let him register both, and we're gonna get Mewtwo on both. So that's the plan. But yeah, it's on the inside of the case, usually in a separate sheet. And you'll see it'll say like Club Nintendo Rewards or something like that, and just put it in.
I hope I didn't trash those.
Might have.
What is
coming out in a couple of weeks? So that's exciting.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
So yeah, anywho, so I guess that's about all we've got now. We're going to go into our a speed round to answer the questions on the forum real quick, to make sure we don't take up a lot of time. These won't be too in-depth, but depending on the question, we may spend a little more time, or less if we don't know anything about the question. So.
And remember that you can always comment or leave more questions at superscummery.net. So.
That's true. There is indeed a thread specifically for that purpose. So first question we got is thoughts on Pokken Tournament, the game coming out. I know personally I haven't played any Tekken games or anything like that, but I am a huge fighting game fan. But I didn't see Swampert on the roster, so I was disappointed.
Mostly just fighting types.
Yeah, which makes sense, frankly. But I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen much of the gameplay. It might be fun. I don't know if it's just like Tekken. Then I'm not a Tekken fan. I'm more of a 2D fighter stuff. But hey, we'll see. What about everyone else?
I haven't played Tekken since Tekken 2.
Yeah.
It's very similar mechanically wise, but I think that's potential. I mean, we still don't know if it's going to release outside of Japanese arcades. Hopefully it does. But I mean, as for something like Swampert, I mean, there's a possibility. They revealed Suicune as one of the roster members, and that's kind of out of nowhere. Like, that Pokemon hasn't been relevant for 10 years or whatever, and they're bringing it back, and I thought that's really cool, so.
Yeah, that's true, so could get some interesting stuff. Let's see. Next one, new video games you want to see made or announced in 2015. Mother 4.
You mean the fan game? Or?
Yeah, there's actually a fan Mother 4 that will.
There is. I saw there's a trailer coming about it. That'd be exciting. But
yeah.
Other than that,
obligatory Half-Life 3.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I want the new Zelda and Fire Emblem to come out this year.
Yeah.
The new Fire Emblem. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I just want a release date on the Phantom Pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Oh my
hasn't released
goodness! I forgot.
Oh damn! I need to get a new console to play all these video games.
Yeah. Is it on the PS3 or just next gen?
No.
It's on the PS3
and though.
It's on the last gen and current gen.
Thank goodness. All right.
Wait,
And
it's on PS3.
Yeah, it's on PC as well.
Ooh, sweet.
This isn't a game, but I want Nintendo to get their act together, and I want my freaking Battle Frontier. I'm so mad, and I'm waiting, and I better be DLC, or I'm gonna wreck.
Wait, the Battle Frontier isn't in the Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire?
No, it's a Battle Resort. I want the whole Frontier, the dang Frontier.
That's the problem with Oras, is that they're remakes of Ruby and Sapphire. Well, Heart Gold and Soul Silver was like more of a remake of Crystal version. So there's a lot of content in Emerald. It's just not Emerald. There's a trainer that says like the Battle Frontier is coming.
Yeah, that's why I'm aggravated. Is because they put that in there as if to say, maybe we'll do this. And if they don't, I'm like, why would you put that trainer in there? Why would you do this to me? Why would you torture me like this?
They're laughing, I guess.
Yeah, they just hate me. It was done to spite me personally.
Maybe it got lost in translation when they translated what that girl meant to say.
It was the wrong word. They were like, "We will battle one day," and then the American people are like, all right. Next thing, worst move that a video game company or company in general has done, like lying about a release date, putting too much DLC, etc. I mean, pay-to-win stuff is always annoying to me.
Hearthstone is bad with that.
Yeah, I hate pay-to-win. Pay-to-win's everywhere. I play a rhythm game, Love Live School Idol Festival. It is very pay-to-win. All the iTunes cards I've gotten as gifts in the past year have gone to that. All of it. I won $30 of iTunes cards in a contest, and the first thing I said is 50 love gems. But in regards to the scummiest move a company has ever made in general, Vince McMahon. That's all I have to say. But let's see. Anyone else have thoughts on those or anything else?
I have a pretty good one. It's the fighting games on the PlayStation 3, like BlazBlue and Guilty Gear and stuff like that.
I know where you're going.
Really don't like their method of DLC. Because what they have is characters that are on the disc. They're actually that is on the disc, just not getting. You have to pay $8 online just to unlock them. That characters. I think that's stupid that they even dare to call it DLC when everyone can use it. It's just a lock.
Yeah, my connection's being silly, so I couldn't hear Zach through well for that, but those who couldn't, I understand what he's saying, and I completely agree. Fighting games like BlazBlue and whatnot, they have characters that are DLC that are better than others usually, or something, at least viable, but then they cost $8. I got BlazBlue and I was excited. My friends wanted me to download Kokonoe, one of the best characters in the game. Go on the store to find she's $8. I'm not paying that. The same with Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. Margaret's the same price, and if you want to play Adachi, good luck. So I'm just, it doesn't really affect me personally because I play the worst characters in these games anyway.
I want to add something to that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all the fighting games have 20 versions of the same game. That's really fun. I try to get into BlazBlue and it's 50 BlazBlues, and I'm like,
and Capcom games.
Yeah, basically.
Adding on to sort of what. Oh, sorry. Adding on to what Nick was saying, it bothers me when it's to go on a Total Biscuit sort of thing here, but when games require you to pre-order to get certain content, you have to pre-order this game at GameStop and then you will get this elusive super powerful character, and I'm like, are you joking?
To be fair, that's exactly why I bought Xenoverse, because Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta was a pre-order exclusive.
Well, I think it works. I think it's a thing that gets obviously people to come in, but it really frustrates me because one, I'm a college student without a car. Game's garbage. And I don't want to go in and order at GameStop. I'd rather get my Amazon Prime one. But also, really? It's just it's just such a thing where we're gonna make you pre-order this game that who knows if it's as good as we say, but pre-order it.
Yeah,
it's just a cheap scumbag tactic.
Yeah, I really like it when you can get something for free for pre-ordering, and otherwise you'd have to pay for it. I think that's fine. I bought WWE 2K14. That was the same way. If you pre-ordered it, you could have gotten some good wrestlers, but otherwise you have to pay $1 for each of them. That's fine. But when it's only pre-orderable, otherwise no, that kind of sucks.
Yeah, Hyrule Warriors really kind of screwed people on that because they had all these like crazy good skins for the game, and then like they were in like 4, like Best Buy, which is going out of business, and GameStop and Amazon, all this, and it's like really difficult to deal with if you want that kind of thing, and then they charge a lot of money if you don't.
I remember I was talking to Uzi about this once, and he was just like, if people are still willing to buy DLC, even though after charging outrageous prices, why wouldn't you stop doing that, though? It's just, like, it's working, so, like, don't break it if it's, like, not... Don't fix it if it's not broken. Kind of deal.
Yeah. Then the last few questions to go a little faster. So, number 1, the future of Pokemon. That's pretty vague. I think that graphics are going to get better 3D battles, and hopefully we're going to... Personally, I'd like to see more regions in one game, like sort of like what they did with 2nd Gen. That'd be sick.
Yeah.
If that could be more popular.
Okay, I think the question is, do people want 1st Gen re-remakes, or do they want 4th Gen re-remakes?
I guess, I don't know, because 1st Gen's better in general, but we've already had a remake of it. 4th Gen has not had a remake, but it's not all that good. So maybe if they could remake it to make it better, that'd be cool.
My name is Dazzling Diamond. I'm there. Here's my money.
If they remake 4th Gen, I'm actually going to feel pretty old.
Yeah, I mean, understandable.
I know how all of us feel.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then the last question, name at least one Pokemon from each generation that warrants a Mega Evolution, and one from each generation that warrants an actual evolution. That's a lot. So
why don't we just go with one that you think should have a Mega Evolution that doesn't?
I think that's a good answer, yeah. Swampert already has one, so I'm satisfied. That's my answer.
Tauros from 1st Gen needs one.
You're right.
Ooh,
Kangaskhan has one, I mean, geez.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of any 2nd Gen Pokemon, so I'm gonna skip that one. 3rd Gen, Flygon would get a cool one, I'd say. 4th Gen, Heatran. 5th Gen,
Heatran?
Is there any 5th Gen Pokemon with a Mega Evolution?
Audino is the only one that has a Mega Evo.
Wait, which one?
Audino.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I love Audino.
They gave no love to 5th Gen. So, like, I don't know. And it, like, I guess the starters kind of need one. But yeah, basically anything. But I really want my Mega Heatran, so it could be Cancer.
That's so bad, because Heatran's already so good.
Exactly.
Okay, 1st Gen, Raichu, gotta have it.
No,
Yes.
don't ruin Raichu.
It needs it.
I agree. Do not ruin Raichu. Do not ruin Raichu.
Yeah, ruin Pikachu.
They give a Mega Pikachu.
Alright.
No, guys.
Mega Electrode.
Pokemon. Mega baby.
A bigger ball. It's just bigger, like a bigger ball. Anyway.
This time it's got 3 stripes.
Oh, Mega Mug.
Genius.
Mega Mark. Gen 2 at the starters.
They don't have one?
Nope.
No.
Yeah, I'd
3rd
want
Gen.
for Alligator to have one, frankly. That'd be my vote.
3rd Gen, 2nd, Jasem, Flygon. 4th Gen, probably the Mega I want the most, which is Mega Luxray. 5th Gen, Crocodile. And 6th Gen.
Who cares?
Yeah, who cares about 6th Gen? Oh, you know what would be a dope evolution for 5th Gen? Heatmore.
Yeah. Duran, Heatmore, Mega.
Yeah.
Dude, where's Mega Stantler?
Oh, Zachgoose for 3rd Gen, also.
Yeah, and
Survivor.
Survivor.
And Survivor.
Yeah, we need, like, rivals and whatnot.
Like Garyoke.
Just real quick, I don't have anything because I don't like Mega Evolutions and I think they're unnecessary, but, you know, like, I don't, yeah. I mean, maybe 2nd Gen starters I think would be cool. Or some Pokemon that aren't as good. Like, I don't think Flygon or, like, Garchomp need Mega Evolutions because they're fine.
Flygon sucks right now.
Mega Dunsparce.
Well, I don't know about competitively, but, like, you don't need it. It's the thing is, like, I'm already so overpowered completing the game without using... Like, I never used Mega Evolutions on any of my Pokemon, and I had no problems completing the game. Like, I think that they should give you, like, a boost. Like, you don't need a boost if you're already, like, 10 levels up on the Elite Four.
Yeah, like, Mega Evolution should be, like, something that, like, should be unlockable after you complete the game, I feel like.
Yeah.
Like, kind of have it, like how they had the Delta episode.
That's true.
That's interesting, yeah.
Well, we are wrapping up now, so I will go ahead and close this out. It's been a fun podcast, everyone. I very much enjoyed it. So yeah, we will head out now. Thanks again to our guest Skye.
I'm getting out of here, dude. I need to go home and sleep.
Yeah, that's understandable. Thanks for joining us, though.
You're welcome.
Yep. Then our regulars, Zach.
Yeah, it was great, guys.
And then Will.
See you next time.
Jasem.
Have a nice day. See you again.
I love it. Marissa.
Yay, woo. Go team.
Yep. And then our co-hosts, there's Scott.
See you later, alligator.
And then there's me, auf Wiedersehen. It's been good, guys. Have a good rest of the day, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye-bye.
With us, our regular co-panels.
Hi, I'm Marissa. I am marissachu, or she is so meh.
I'm Tainers, aka Jasem.
I'm Will, otherwise known as Will.
I'm Zachgoose, and I'm really not sure if I'm a guest or a regular. And with us today, though, is our last guest.
Hi, it's me, Skye, also known as Minntul.
And so, yes, I'm gonna cut this part out. I blame it on you, Marissa.
I'm sorry. It was so. I was like, I'm going. Wait. Can somebody please pick?
God, I thought the first one was cringe enough, and then somehow this happened.
We're leaving this in. We're leaving
Yo,
this
let's
in.
just leave it.
I'm putting it in at the end for blooper reel. That's the plan.
She is so cringe.
She is so bad at giving introductions.
Our resident admin, Zachgoose.
Why, hello there.
And with us, our special guest, Skye, or otherwise known as Minntul on the Force.
I'm so sorry, Justin.
Oh my god. Okay, we need our own little fucking blooper tune or something. Just,
Holy hell. Alright,
it's like, baby to bip.
sorry.
Scott, that's last time I were going pot lane with you.
This is too different.
Too real. Another bit I'm gonna cut out. This is, yeah.
Well, yeah, obviously.
No, I'm leaving it in. It's important discussion.